talk about the colonial mentality, we talk about all kinds of things, but they come into a potpourri, if you would, that is making them not see beyond. Take for example, I've seen some African leaders who would water, they will order it from France back to drink, I'm not exaggerating, it happens. So what is inside their head, is that the kind of people that lead a country? It is incredible. So why don't they learn? I think that we have a work cut out for us, namely citizens, to really put people there who understand what does it mean to be in a leader. You are a servant of the people. Number two. Number one is following that, which means you are employed to look after the welfare of the people, not your own and those around you. You are an employee of the citizens of the state, and so you are answerable to them. But in most African countries, leaders, presidents, lawmakers don't understand that they are employed by the citizens. And so they don't feel that when the citizens say, you are not doing the work we send you there, you are not doing it right, they send police to go and crush them. Where in the world do you have an employee, being ruled by an employer, in Africa? That's what it is.
Briefly, now, some things are inexplicable. How do you explain somebody ruling for 35 years, somebody ruling for 40 years? Just 40. As you can explain that. That's how you can explain somebody like a country like Zambia that have consecutive people going out there. We lack accountability framework. We do have to go back and work on that.
There's a school of thought that there has to be a constitutional amendment or an overhaul in all the constitutions on the continent to force these leaders to seek medical attention at home. With that constitutional provision, that will force them to improve the healthcare delivery system on the ground. Do you share in that assessment?
I think beyond the formulation of laws is developing effective strategies for enforcing or giving expression to those provisions or those laws. So that bears in mind, that brings to question the whole issue of enlightening the people on their constitutional rights, on the abundance of some of these provisions, and the need to call government to account and ensure that these provisions are given expression to. And where there are not given expression to, then other strategies have to be found to, of course, to impress on the leaders that they are the ones that gave them the sovereignty. They are the ones that gave them the opportunity to, of course, lead, and not the other way around. And of course, when it comes to securing a second term or a re-election, I think the people can use their electoral rights to determine the fate of such leaders. Because health is a major issue, even in most advanced democracies, when it comes to electoral issues. And so it must become an issue for sustained discussion, an issue for sustained engagement with the political and public office holders. So the empowerment of the people is very key beyond the formulation of laws.